Good afternoon. Welcome. You are at the Life Expo Los Angeles. How are you? Hey, the Expo here, preeminent featuring holistic spirituality, the science, much more. There's something really extraordinary that doesn't happen often. You get to have a chance to know the whole intelligence. Go come. I think you're she's anyway a class, a channel, and I can tell you that she is a channel that and not still being themselves for 30 years now throughout the country. National and international radio shows, George Norris, Belief, paranormal programs, the globe. Today's learn about the knowledge of yourself, and you can become perhaps more physical, non-physical, that is a great, fantastic investment in spirit and self. So, in the very warm Alexandra.
Yes. The first time I have met with that all the speakers of people that them, and I just had opportunity to meet him. Dick. He wrote it down, but he didn't even need to do that. Just my do the conversation we had. Paul. So thank you so much. The people need to come. Okay, you and I going to trans. I want everybody to come in because once trans the doors, there's not a disturbance and going. The golden area talking when there is commotion and going because it's just for that vibration that's on, so that it will wait. Right. And so you go to a hue. It's okay, you know, they're in and out and so forth. I would rather not that happen. Keep it closed. If you need to, for whatever reason, if you're comfortable here, for whatever reason, feel free to leave. So we find our QR going. So if you would like to know about our event, our that we send a month, all of our the QR at the back. I can around have you. I can scan it as I'm holding still for him. Wow. Yeah, do that. I can pass around, or you can hold it up. Who knew, right? QR code door to the back of the side, one outside on the pedestal. So you all met Hugh. You started the introduction. Are you good with this? I'm done. And you want me to send it around?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we have another mic coming. This would be great for y'all. So a couple things that I want you to know about me and about my husband. So Hugh is a pranic healer. So for those of you who have not met him, come by our booth. We're in 702 in the room where the food is, and meet him. One, he's awesome. Two, if you're having any little personal issues right now, health issues, he's a pranic healer. So he can help you with those and do a healing for you, which will only last 2 weeks. He'll tell you about this because if you haven't done your work, it's going to come back. But it can relieve you in the moment of now. So please come and see him if you have any little personal issues. I could actually embarrass one of my best friends who is here in the room, who is having stomach problems and head problems, headaches and so forth. And he did a pranic healing on her over the phone. I happened to be with her at the time because I said to her, seriously, you need to have Hugh do this for you. So he did this over the phone for her, and she was relieved of her stomach pain and her headache that night, and it continued to go away, go away, go away, and go away. So she has 2 weeks now. This was done a few days ago. She has 2 weeks to get her stuff together so that she doesn't have to go through it again. Okay, that said, that's my husband Hugh. So, yeah.
Just physical or could be emotional.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
If you're having physical pain or physical ailments, it is all emotional. All of it. It comes from the emotions that you're holding on to, beliefs that you're holding on to, and that affects your internal organs. And your internal organs tell you what it is that you're holding on to. Get the book, Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. If you have not read it, get the book. Everybody on the planet needs to read that book, because in the center of the book, it has all the ailments listed and what emotions you're holding on to that's creating the problem. Once you know what that is in the foundation, then you can do your work and heal it. Listen, everybody in the room, you can heal yourself. Your body will automatically heal itself if you allow it to. You know what that means? That means you have to get out of your own way. Golden Arrow is going to tell you all this again, probably, but I have known Golden Arrow a long time, and I have walked with them a long time. I live what they teach. I do everything they tell me to do. I'm very healthy. I'm very old. And cute. So here's my book. This is the first one. There'll be 2 more. It's at our booth, 702. You can come and get it, and I will sign it for you. It's $12. This book is completely 100% channeled. Golden Arrow spoke, and I transcribed their words. So this book is 100% Golden Arrow. Who are you and what are you doing here? They gave me that title about 20 years ago. I finally got it done. So come and get the book, $12. Okay? That's my promo. I'm done with it.
Do we have permission to film you when you're channeling?
Yes. Record, film, do whatever you want.
And photograph?
And photograph. You can do all of that. I don't care. This is for you. I'm just the channel. Whatever they say is from them, not me. I hear nothing. I am an unconscious channel. When I go into trance, that's it. That's all you get from me. I'm done. And when I come out of trance, you're all going to be staring at me, and I'm going to open my eyes, and I'm going to go, whoa, all those eyes. I don't remember anything. I care not to. This is about you. Okay? I don't want to know about your life. I have enough to deal with my own life. Trust me.
Question.
Yes.
Do you stand up when you channel?
I do not.
Good, because you're awful close to the
Yes, I know. I'm only close to the edge because this is the only mic that we had. So I'll move back so you are more comfortable. So what I like to find out first, and I'm so glad for this workshop because an hour and a half is perfect. My lectures are just 45 minutes, and it's hard with Golden Arrow because they have a lot to say. I want you to know that there will be lots of time for questions. Whatever questions you might have, there's a mic here. You're going to come up to the mic. You're going to state your name. They might even ask you other things about you before you speak. You can ask anything. Anything. Got it? There's nothing you cannot ask. They are on your wavelength, your field of reference, your vibration. They can see you, they can see your life path, and they will tell you all about it if you care to know. They don't pull any punches, they're straight from the hip, which is what I like about them. I don't like any little prancing around. I want to know what's up and what's up now so that I can get it done. We don't have a lot of time to get it done, y'all. You're here to know about you. It's time for you to really do your work. You know what do your work means? Does anybody not know what do your work means? Okay. Yes?
I don't know.
Don't laugh. That's a valid question. You might want to ask Golden Arrow about that. Seriously. Okay?
Me too.
Yes. Good question. Hold on to that and ask Golden Arrow. It's going to be profound. So my own interest is how many of you, this is your first time with a non-physical being. Look around. That's half the room, you guys. Half the room. That always amazes me. Half the room have never had this opportunity. So let me tell you, for all of you who raised your hands, you're in for a treat. Truly, they're awesome. I don't speak from experience, but I speak from what people tell me. You're in for a treat. The other question is, how many of you are from out of town? Yeah. Okay. So, before I go into trance, I want you to know that Golden Arrow does Zoom sessions on the computer. We do that once a month. You can have private sessions. I'll tell you all about private sessions now to give you that information. They are an hour to an hour and a half in length by telephone only, unless I'm in town. Then I'll set up a time to do a private with a group. The sessions that you have for you on the phone are $175. Visa, MasterCard, that's it. That gives you an opportunity to interact with Golden Arrow yourself privately, just about you. Now, don't think it takes anything away from this time here in this room, because whatever questions you ask on the microphone, it's going to really involve everybody in the room, because you're all vibrating now at a common frequency. You're here at the Conscious Life Expo. Do you not feel it in this expo? Everybody is vibrating at a common frequency. So when you ask a question, the question is going to actually include everybody in the room. So don't think you shouldn't ask it. Okay? All right, so that preface is to get everybody in the room, and it looks like we're just about full. I don't think there's one chair up here.
Wait another 5 minutes because we have so many latecomers all the time.
Okay, so do you have any questions for me before I go into trance? Anybody?
How
Yes.
did you come about doing this, and how did you end up with Golden Arrow?
Yeah, okay. Anybody else have another question? I saw another hand. Yes?
Kind of the same thing as Golden Arrow, one
Okay.
person or a group.
Okay, good. All right, so it was very magical, and my life really is very magical. I didn't know that a long time ago, but I know that now. I was having a session just like you're having with Golden Arrow today. I grew up in a cult, a religious cult, and my father was very high up in that arena. And so my life was very dominated. It was very controlled. If anybody is familiar with Jonestown, it was similar to that. If they had made Kool-Aid, I would have been the first in line. That's how I grew up. I was a minister's daughter, so I was expected to be that, a minister's daughter, and be an example to everybody. So everything was very controlled in my life. So one day I woke up. I was in Eugene, Oregon at the time, living with my husband. I had 2 little kids, And if anybody knows Oregon, it's very rainy, so it was very dull and gray outside. And I woke up in the morning, sat up in bed, and my bedroom was full of suspended glitter. It was raining outside, gray outside, and my room was bright and with suspended glitter. What would you do? I sat there and I was frozen, looking at the suspended glitter, and just in that instant that I was looking at the glitter, I heard a voice. Sounds stupid, yeah? I heard a voice that said, "You don't have to go to this church anymore, and you do not have to be married to this man anymore." And in that instant that they said that, whoever that was, and I'll tell you now, it was more than likely Golden Arrow, but I've actually never asked who that voice was. But I'm sure it was. Now, when I'm telling you this, you're the first to know that. In that instant, came through my brain how I was going to go about doing that. For the next year, it was programmed on all the steps that I needed to do to leave the church after I grew up in it, leave my family, and divorce my minister husband. Yeah. But it was, I'm telling you, it was complete, it was there, there were no questions that I had. I got out of bed, and wow, my life changed in that instant. I did indeed leave the church. A year later, I paid off all of our bills, let my husband know that I was going to be leaving him and taking my children. I actually was from Southern California, San Fernando Valley, and I was going to return there from Eugene, Oregon. That was all planned out. Fast forward a little bit, I couldn't take my children. They took them away from me. And I did indeed leave, and I drove this big truck with my car in it and belongings at the end of that year to San Fernando Valley, rented an apartment, crying my eyes out because I didn't have my kids. What the church did is they decided that my kids could not go with me, and therefore they had the right to take them away. I was naive, 26. I was a kid. The church told me who I was and how to be and what I was, and I just said, "Yes, sir, yes, ma'am." And I let them take my kids away from me. Looking back on that, I'm old. Looking back on that, I don't think so. I would have taken my children away from me. But that needed to be that way. Alignment, everybody. It needed to be that way because I was devastated. And I needed to be devastated because I then knew that my life was on a different trajectory than the church and my children. Yes, I got them back 12 years later. I learned a lot about the law. I learned about how to get them back from Canada because they moved them around and secluded them so I couldn't find them. All of that trauma and heartache, right? So I searched for truth. All I knew was religion. All I knew was churches. But I searched for somebody who knew the truth. I would go to bed at night and cry my eyes out because my kids were not there. I was falling apart. My life was falling apart. I was falling apart. So as it turned out, I had a lady at a health food store where I shopped in the valley tell me, I walked in the store and she looked at me and she said, "Are you okay?" I just bawled. I broke down and cried and I said, "Nope, I'm not okay." She says, "I have a book that I think you might like to read." She said, "If you'll come out of the store." I was crying in the health food store, right? Not a good idea. So she took me out. I sat on the sidewalk and she said, "I live just around the corner. I'm going to go get it. You wait for me." I said, "Okay." She brought the book back, handed me the book. She said, "I need to get back to work." I took the book home and I read it cover to cover that afternoon. The book is called She Can Read Your Past Lives. written by, well, channeled by Grace Wittenberger Lohr. It is out of print. You cannot get it anymore, except in the antique bookstores, right? They are around. I bought a whole bunch of them a few years ago because that book saved my life. I read it cover to cover, and I'm telling you, that book, my life story was in that book. I related to everything in it. And I took the book back to her. She said, it's my only copy. She said, I need it back. I took it back to the health food store, and I said, I need to talk to this author. I need to talk to this lady. And I thought when I was reading the book, I'm going to have to fly to London or England or somewhere. She's in England, I'm sure she is. I'm going to have to fly there to talk to her. And the gal in the health food store laughed at me. I said, I need to see her. And she said, well, she just lives 3 miles from here. Sherman Oaks. Anybody from the valley? And I was in Chatsworth. So I called, made an appointment, and that was my very first trance channeling session. This little older lady channeled, I don't even know if she's still alive. She channeled a non-physical being called Dr. Jonathan Christopher Daniels. And I sat on her couch. She went into trance. I sat on her couch, and I was sweating buckets, thinking I'm going to be struck down with a bolt of lightning for sure. The church still had its hands on me, you know? And Dr. John, that being, is proficient in the book, the Akashic Records, the Book of Life. And so they told me about my life. My mom and my dad by name, my brother, my aunt, my uncles by name. I said not a word. The whole time I was there for an hour and a half, I said not a word. They told me about my life, what my journey was, what I needed to do. And let me tell you something, my eyes were like this. And I recorded it, took the recording home, and I listened to that recording about once a week for the next month. And then I made another appointment to see her again because I had a gazillion questions. So that started my spiritual, metaphysical journey. And I continued having trance channeling sessions for 2.5 to 3 years, every month or every other month. That's how that truth hit me. And in one of the sessions that I was having with another trance channeler, who was Thomas Jacobson at the time, who channeled Dr. Peebles. If anybody knows about Dr. Peebles, several other people channel Dr. Peebles now. Dr. Peebles was in human form and died, I think, in the 30s or 40s, maybe even the 50s, and has continued to do his he was a medical doctor, continued to do his work on the other side. So I was having a session with Thomas, who was channeling Dr. Peebles, and in the middle of that session, Dr. Peebles said to me, there is another energy who would like to introduce themselves to you. Would that be all right? And I said, absolutely. So Dr. Peebles, who speaks with a very heavy Scottish brogue, stopped talking, and another very soft-spoken energy said to me, we are Golden Arrow, and we would like for you to channel us. You're kidding, right? At the time, I owned a very large corporation. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 24. And I was successful in business, have been all my life. And my thought was, no, channeling? I don't think so. But my communication at that moment was, you're kidding, right? And they said, we would not kid you about that. And when they said that, I sat back and I went, I was so humbled. I said, listen, I would be honored, but I have no clue how to do that. And they said, not to worry, we'll teach you. And I said, I'm in, with that much trepidation. And in that second, a warm breeze blew through me from my back, through the front of me. I was in a closed office, no windows. And I sat there and bawled. That breeze that came through me was something I'd never experienced before. Pure light, pure love. And I just sat there and bawled through the rest of the session. Thomas comes out of trance. I heard not another word. Thomas came, thankfully I recorded it. Thomas came out of trance, looked at me, and he says, "Are you okay?" And I went, "No. Let me tell you what happened." And I told him what happened, and he says, "You know, in the 28 years that I've been channeling, that's never happened before." And I thought, "Really?" He said, "I'm serious. That's never happened before." So that began my journey. And I'm going to fast forward very quickly here and say, I took lessons, channeling lessons, for 2 years before I was able to speak for them. I had to let all that crap go. I had intense work. They gave me homework every day, and I was passionate about their work. I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do this, and I ran my company, I fit it into my schedule because I thought, you know what, I agreed to do this, and I'm going to do it. But it took me 2 years. And when they first spoke, I have it on a recording. The very first thing that they said was, "Greetings. It is a pleasure to be here with you." Oh my God, I bawled. I was in trance and I bawled. There were tears running down my face. And that's all they said. That was it. From that point on, that was 32 years ago. Now you will have a chance to talk with those unbelievably warm, loving beings. You will be amazed. So with that, I will go into trance. It will take me just a couple minutes. They will come in and speak. They will have a message for all of you, just so you know that all of you are here on purpose. There is no accident why you are here. You're all connected. Everybody here in this room, you're all connected to each other. And then when I come out of trance, I've asked our gal who is overseeing the room if she would give a golden arrow a 20-minute, before 20 minutes, at 20 minutes, a 10-minute, where you all have the final questions to be answered. And then I've asked her to stop golden arrow 10 minutes before the end of our time, so that when I come out of trance, I can answer any questions or chat with you if you like. Okay? I give you the whole scenario. You have my QR code going around the room. Keep passing it around. There's no QR code over here.
Does anybody need it?
Yes.
Where's the QR code? Hold it up, please. Where's the QR code? Uh-huh. Someone took the QR code. You get a D- for that. Over here, Hugh. So, I'm going to, because I was a school teacher at one time, can you tell? I'm going to have Hugh follow that QR code, because we have a whole bunch of people over here who would like to sign up for our mailing. The last thing I want to tell you before I go into trance, my husband and I moved to Mexico, Baja, California. We're 80 miles north of Cabo in a little town called Todos Santos. Wonderful little town. We are going to have weekend workshops at our home. We have a very large home. It's got 7 bedrooms, like 7 bathrooms. So we're going to have all those of you who would like to have a weekend time privately with Golden Arrow. We're going to provide that for you. Food and everything provided, blah, blah, blah. Okay? All right. So, keep that QR code going. this gentleman up in front here who's doing the QR code, follow that QR code around. So don't be shy about signing up. Whoever's got it, just have them bring it to you. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm recording this. My husband's recording it as well. And come by the booth 702. Say hi. Get a copy of the book. I'll sign it for you. I just want to make sure. If you can't hear, you gotta tell him because I was here. All right. See you all later. Enjoy.
You have Joe around.
Yes, I do, and it will bother me. That's my best friend over here, who has the stomach problems, who now has to do her work. I love her so much. Okay, see you later. Well, greetings to you indeed. Truly, it is a delightful experience for us to be here with you, to communicate with you, to interact with you, but far more importantly, to commune with you in this way. Truly, a delightful experience for us. For you see, it gives us a chance then to see where you are on your path, on this journey that you call your life by your name. We would like for you all to know that you are here in this place, on this planet, on purpose. Right on purpose. That means that there are no accidents, no mistakes about what is going on and happening in your life experience. Everything that you are experiencing is for your highest good. It is not ever not for your highest good. You came here with the goal of learning about you. No one else matters but you. No family members, no partner, no wife, no husband, no children. They are not important. You are. And when you say the golden arrow, it is very, very important that I have a family. It is very important that I help people. You are here for you. All those around you are just to give you contrasts of who you truly are, to show you that you have choices to become more. You came to this planet Earth to learn about you, all about you. And by learning about you and shifting and changing beliefs about you that you began and started from age 0 at your birth to age 7, that solidified you and your life's purpose, 0 to 7. So whatever you have experienced after the age of 7, you're just replaying the CD-ROM that you created from 0 to 7 as you observed your family environment, as you observed what was being said in your family environment. Whatever it is that you experienced from 0 to 7, you are now reliving. So in that reliving process, you are learning that there are certain things that you feel, emotions that you feel, that others around you are mirroring to you. So whenever you see something out there that is displeasing to you, or unpleasant, or something that creates an emotion for you, an emotion other than love, anything unlike love, when you feel that emotion, it is time in that moment that that occurs to you to say, what part of what I'm looking at is me that I am denying about myself? Because all the mirrors that are around you are showing you either things that are displeasing to you, emotions that are bringing up for you, anything that is unlike love. Now, if you see something that is very loving and caring, you're drawn to that. You're drawn to it to learn more about the love that you are having with you. So you rally are here singularly. Do you understand? You're only here for you. Now that may sound to you harsh, not rally, because you came to be in community with other human beings, to become more. Do you understand?
Yes.
So in the process of living your daily mundane life, whether you're going to work, whether you're working with humanity in a metaphysical arena, does not matter. Does not matter what you are doing in your daily mundane. It's just to financially support you so that you can do the things that you would like to do. But in that daily mundane, there are experiences that you are creating for yourself to become more. You bring those people to you to show you that there yet is again something more that you need to look at within and release and let go of from the foundation that you created from 0 to 7. That foundation you came in specifically to work on in this body with this name that you hold to experience for however long that you are here. So with that in mind, what we would like for you to do, all of you, is to spend time quieting your mind, because it is your mind that keeps you alive at all costs. Your mind is what creates learning experiences about you. It is there on purpose. But you have a choice to either live from your heart in peace and harmony and joy, or live with your mind that carries you here and there and creates disturbances for you. It is all good, but you are in control of your life experience because you're it. If there is not you, then who is there? So very important for you to get from this time that you have with us that this life experience is very, very important to you. It is not important to another because they have their life experience and they are responsible for that life experience. So what happens with humanity is, especially here at this expo, there are 65% of the people here at this expo consider themselves to be healers in one way or another, whatever modality that they have researched and slipped into that is comfortable to them. That is a way for them to become more. Because everybody that comes to a healer thinks that this healer is going to do something for you who has an issue. Let us say this. No one can heal you but you. Period. There is no debate about that. There is no conversation that needs to be had about that. You are it. So you are here to, 1, heal you, 2, experience everything that is going on around you, to see all the contrast that you bring to you. The only reason why you bring a contrast, you understand what contrast is? The opposite of love. Whatever emotion you want to attach to that. It's the opposite of love. So you have a belief system, or you feel this way about yourself: not good enough, not healthy enough, not enough, period. Not enough money, all the not enoughs. So you have this belief about yourself that you set up for yourself from 0 to 7, watching everything and listening to everything that was going on around you and how you were treated. So let us say this: you were not treated any way other than what was exactly what you set up for yourself to remember about you. You said, I told an arrow, my parents beat me. All right, how was that? What did you learn from that? How did you become more from that? Here you are, you're sitting here, and how have you grown from that experience? Because when you can answer that, then you can release and let go of all the emotion that is attached to it. Now you have cellular memory. That cellular memory that you have within you, each one of you, the cellular memory was set in place from 0 to 7. And you can literally reverse that cellular memory by going to the foundation of where that first happened. And once you see where that first happened, that you are carrying now at age 35 or 40 or 50 or 60, when you can see where that first imprint that you imprinted happened, and you look at it and you say, wow, that is incredible that I remembered that. In that remembering process is the release. It no longer is there. You will not ever remember that again. It has been released and healed. So here you are, 50 and 60, and whatever emotion is attached to that experience is done, and your body can go about healing whatever it is holding on to at that time. Do you understand? When we say it is all about you, it is all about you. All right, Hugh, you have questions and or comments? So to come up to the microphone, to speak your name, yes, and to ask a question.
Hello, my name is Pedro Mal, and my question is...
Pedro? Sí?
Yes,
Sí.
yes. My question is, then, what is my path?
Yes. So what is your age?
54?
54, yes. And what is the date of your birth?
October 18, 1968?
Yes, October. So you're Libra, yes?
Yes.
Yes. What is the name on your birth certificate?
Pedro Ramon Mal?
Yes. M-A-L?
No, M-A-A-L?
Yes, that's the familial name. Yes, that's the family name.
Yes.
All right. So, Pedro, in all that you have done in your life experience to date, to financially support you and whoever else you're supporting, in all that you have done, what have you enjoyed the most?
Establishing corporations?
Establishing corporations?
Cooperations.
Cooperations. And how do you go about doing that? What does that mean to you? Are you there, Pedro?
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to formulate it. It depends if a client wants to expand to a foreign country or to expand what they're doing, then they speak with me and I help them do that.
All right. And so do you do that now?
Yes.
Yes. So the corporation, the job, is what you do on this planet to financially support yourself and gives you pleasure to do it, yes?
Yes.
Yes. So we believe you're asking what is your spiritual purpose, yes?
Yes.
What is your spiritual path?
Yes.
To the room. We are sure that everyone in the room could ask the same question about your life experience, yes?
Yes.
What is my path? What should I be doing? Here is the bottom line, to the point answer. You are here to learn about you and become more. That is all of your spiritual purpose and journey. That's why you're here, period. Now, Pedro, you have this enjoyable profession of hooking people up with a country or a corporation to expand and to maybe start it from scratch, whatever that is, yes? Yes?
Sure. Yes.
In the process of doing that daily mundane, we'll call it daily mundane because it's a part of your human experience. In the process of that, what is it that you are seeing that is going on around you that is something that you don't like? A personality, let's say, an opportunity that went awry and didn't do well. You see, there are things that are happening around you that you are not aware of, we'll say oblivious to, because you're here to become more spiritually in what you do physically on the planet, to the room. That's what you are here to do. You are here to live a daily mundane life and raise your vibration spiritually by who it is that you interact in contact with through the emotions of discomfort and dis-ease, so that you can look at why it is that you set all this up from childhood. So let's say this to you, Pedro. What would you say is the most uncomfortable thing that you either are or have experienced in your life? Displeasing, unhappy.
Misunderstandings in my family.
All right, and how does that make you feel?
Oh, frustrated and upset.
How about angry?
That's one of the emotions. Yes.
Yes. Would you say that that makes you angry? We're going to get to an anger issue with you here, Pedro.
Okay. Yes, it makes me angry.
All right? And the room knows why. Because from 0 to 7, in your mind, when we ask you this, when did you feel angry? What was going on in your family life where you felt angry? Take yourself there, look at the family environment, look what was happening from 0 to 7, and we're going to tell you it was age 4 to 4.5. We are sitting on your vibration. To the room, you think that you cannot see other vibration. You're all here connected. You're all vibrating together. You understand? So we're looking at your vibration to help you become more. Pedro, 4 to 4.5. What was going on in your family? You thought we'd forget you, yes? No way.
No. I was living with my father. Yes. My parents had divorced.
How did you feel?
I was accepting what was happening. They had divorced years before.
All right, yes. And you were living with your father?
Yes. And I'm sure there were moments of unjust situations with my father's anger?
Yes, very good. Were there siblings in the home?
Yes, my brother, my twin brother.
Wonderful, you had a twin brother. Wonderful. We're going to give you some homework in a moment. Do not end this conversation with us without the homework, all right?
Yes.
All right. So, how was it for your father in the home with you boys?
I'm sure he was overwhelmed.
So, how did he show that overwhelm? How did you see it?
He just always would easily get into a rage
Very good, Pedro.
and,
Excellent.
and scare us.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Very good. Excellent. So, in this moment of now, we took you back to 4 and a half with your father. And what you were observing was that rage. You were observing anger. You were observing frustration. And all that you, in your dealings now, at this age that you are, 50, whatever it is that you are, everything that does not fit with the smoothness of a transaction or the smoothness of building a company or a business, whatever does not fit, what is underneath all of that, when you are disappointed, when you are frustrated, believe it or not, it's all associated to 4 and a half. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when you look at that, at 4 and a half, can you see that it was all right for your father to be frustrated, to be overwhelmed? And yes, he had anger, but you do not need to carry that emotion with you, yes? So when you feel frustrated, when you feel angry about something that is not going well for you, that is your moment to say, I release and let go of all of that emotion that I'm holding on to, without even describing what emotion that is. It all came from 4 to 4 and a half years of age. It all stems from that. That's one layer of the onion. So, your purpose is to live this physical life as you are, and let us say this, you're doing a very good job. There is nothing that you need to be unhappy about. You are doing a very good job in what you do, in how you act with people, how you react. Just know that people that come to you and create an emotion of frustration or overwhelm or anger is for you to grow from that 4 to 4 and a half years of age. It does not matter what happened then. This is now, and you can release it and let it go. And be on your journey of enlightenment. And what does the word enlightenment mean to you?
To allow the light to enter?
Yes, yes. But there's a journey of enlightenment. All along the way, you are bringing the light to you. That's why you're here. That's why you're at this Expo. That's why you're in this room. To understand that the journey you are on, and it is all perfect for you. Perfect, right, and true. There is no wrong about the journey that you're on. What we would like to say to the room, you're in the boat going along the river or the stream, wherever. Pick water. You're in a boat, and the boat is enlightenment. Stay in the boat. Don't get out of the boat. Very good. Humor is great. When you find that you're outside of the boat, pull the boat to you and get in. The boat is always there for you. Always. You are firstly a soul that decided to have a physical life or a physical experience in a body, in confinement in this body. You first are a soul who chose this body to learn about you and your soul experience. Pedro, you're here to learn about you. Enjoy the journey. There is no there to get to. Everything that comes to you, Pedro, is a mirror. Do you understand that concept?
Yes.
That mirror is showing you in this moment of now what you need to look at and to grow into. The bigger part of you, your soul. Now, to the room, Pedro. Quiet your mind. We call it meditation. Call it whatever you like. Does not matter. Quiet your mind and the turmoil that your mind creates for you, which is a gift. It's a gift for you to see what it is that you do not desire, what it is you do not want. That's the gift. You must be here with the contrast. That's what this earth living is all about. Do not hate the contrast. The contrast you are bringing to you to become more. Love the contrast. Yeah, right, go in. The contrast is a horrible disease that I am dying of. No, you're not dying. You're still here. You're still breathing. Until you drop this body, you are always growing and becoming more. The dis-ease is to show you what more there is for you to look at, release, and let go of, so that your body can automatically heal itself. Pedro,
Yes.
you have a twin brother.
Yes.
Ask your twin brother what happened for him at 4.5.
Okay.
Because he is going to have a totally different view than what you have. Because his journey is different than yours. Even as a twin brother, we love to have twins and triplets together, so that you can see that this one didn't see it that way at all. This one didn't see it how I see it at all. Why did I see it this way? Because your journey you picked out to experience for you. It's your time, it's your growth. Pedro, do you have more question on that? Is it clear to you?
Yes, it is. I do have a question on that, and that is if you would repeat the homework assignment, if I understood it correctly. When I get disappointed or frustrated, to say that I release this?
There's going to be a copy available to you with the Expo that you can get a recording of this, and it will be exquisite. We're going to tell you again so that the room can take it in as well. We release and let go of what we are feeling, whatever that is, anger, frustration, overwhelm, does not matter. We release and let go of all of that now and forevermore. Thank you so much, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. To the room, it's very simple. When you recognize the foundation, and there's going to be peeling of onion, that foundation is what you're living for your whole life experience. Pedro, you're living this anger that is the basis of frustration, the basis of anything that is unlike love in your life experience. You're going to be living with it for this entire lifetime. You are here to grow and to become more. Bless that contrast. Thank you for the contrast, because it's helping me become more. You
Thank you.
understand?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime you do.
Hello, Gulamario. Thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
My name is Gina,
Gina,
and I have a pressing question I've been needing answered for a very long time.
what is your birthday?
February 20th.
Yes, all right. You're right on the cusp. Yes,
I am.
Yes, of Aquarius and
Pisces.
yes. Which would you say you're more of?
Pisces.
That helps us a lot.
Okay, good. So for as long as I can remember, I've always seen the numbers 222 in the most random places, and almost every single day and multiple times a day. And I've often wondered, what that meant. I feel like it's trying to tell me something, but I can't figure it out. And it happens when good things happen, bad things happen, or when I'm thinking nothing at all. So I'm really confused on why that's coming up, and if you have any insight about that.
Yes, absolutely. So, to the room, anybody else into numbers?
Yes.
Yes. So numbers carry vibration. Everything is vibration, everything. But numbers carry specific vibrations for you. So the 222 is 246. Yes?
Yes.
Or you could just take the 2 and then there's another 2 and another 2 and not add them together at all. But 2 is very important for this lifetime experience for you. Now, have you done your life numbers?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, all right. So, when you incarnate, you are carrying with you a specific life pattern and purpose for your growth and becoming more. So, from our perspective, the homework that we can give you is research the number 6. That is your life path. That's your overall life journey or life path. Now, you can break that down and understand that each year is going to be a different vibration of that number, but overall, that is what you are experiencing on this planet, is the vibration of number 6. So research that.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Understand it, because you will understand more about why you chose this particular lifetime experience. Now, setting that aside, the number 222 that comes to you often, several times a day, telephone, whatever, yes, a clock, whatever, that is to bring your attention to you. What is happening in that moment? How is that moment that you see that 222 affecting you? What is going on in your life when you have that number come to you, 222? We're not saying 6, we're saying 222. You understand?
Yes.
So it is being presented to you. All right. You are presenting this to you to stop in that moment and look at what is going on for you, what is happening in your life experience, what are you feeling, what are you communicating, what is it that you need to know about you. Now, it is associated 222 to your guides and teachers. Associated. There is a lot that is going on for you and 222, not only the number 6 in your life path, but also your guides and teachers are getting your attention at that moment because it is important for you to be in connection with them, to speak to them, to hear them. Are you working on that?
I speak to them, but I don't hear anything back.
Yes. Why?
I'm not sure. I'm not open to it somehow.
You're not listening. Your mind is carrying you here and there. Do you meditate?
I try.
Yes. Try harder.
Okay.
Your homework is meditate, quiet your mind, intention, stating an intention that you're now going to sit and quiet your mind. It is all right, mind, not to think now. You're in control of your mind. Your mind is not, to the room. Your mind is not in control of you. Your mind is cellular. You understand? You are spirit. Your mind is not at all. Your mind is to keep you alive at all costs. That's its job. It is doing a good job because you're here. Your job and your homework is to meditate twice a day, morning and night. because you are very, very close to hearing your guides and teachers. It is important for you to hear them. They have important information for you, about you, for this life experience for you. You understand?
I do.
Do you have a question or comment on that?
I just have to find the time to do it twice a day.
Not find it, designated.
Okay. I have triplets, so.
Does not matter. Bless them and say it is time for mommy to quiet your mind.
I will do that. They're 21 months, so they won't understand, but.
Designate the time. That means that you make the time happen.
Will do.
It is important for you because this life journey, you have little ones that take up, quote unquote, a lot of your time. They needn't do that. They have their own life's journey. Understand, they're 21 months old. That is within the time frame of 0 to 7, is it not?
Yes.
So they're watching everything that is going on around them. They're hearing it all. They're observing it all. And they are laying their own foundation of their growth on this planet, in this body that they now have that is very little. Do you understand?
I do.
It is important for you to know how important you are to you. We bless you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. 3 days ago, before I
What is
knew.
your name?
Oh, hi. My name is Sarah.
Sarah, and what is your birth date, Sarah?
February 23rd.
All right, well, you're in Pisces.
Yes. Nice.
You have your feet planted in Pisces. Yes, you're swimming around like this. Lovely little fish.
Yes, I am.
Yes, all right, Sarah.
Thank you. So 3 days ago, before knowing about this lecture in meditation, I saw a golden arrow, which was unusual for me, and so I knew I had to be here. So I'm not sure if there's a general answer that that you have, but my question for you is, I feel as I'm hidden from myself, and so I'd like to know how do
You feel
I
that you are hidden?
from myself.
In
And
what
so-
way?
Because I've always accommodated others, and so I never was able to really fully express myself and blossom into who I am. And so now I'm figuring all of those things out.
All right.
And so my question is, how do I more fully embody my core self?
What do you think your core self is?
I feel who I am, but
Who are you?
an energy, a soul. Who am I? I'm kind. I'm a unique expression of energy is source.
No.
Okay. Please help me.
Yes. All right. Now you're ready.
Yes.
All right. You're firstly a soul. You came in to have a human experience in this body that you call Sarah.
Yes.
As a Pisces,
Yes.
the alignment of the planets were aligned where you are a Pisces. Now, you are firstly that soul, but you are here to have a human experience in this body. So you are here to experience the physical form.
Yes.
You can live in this physical form, and you are, yes, very intuitive, clairvoyant, all of that. Yes, you're all of that because you're a Pisces, and most Pisces are, because they're very sensitive. That is part of why you chose to be here as a Pisces.
Yes.
Your job is to live as a Pisces in this body that you call Sarah from your soul. In other words, to stay in connection with the source of all that is, which is who your soul is and what it is, to stay in that connection, living in this physical environment with all the emotions that are attached to it, and in the moment of understanding and feeling the emotion, you then can see why it is that you bring that emotion to you through the framework of releasing what you set up from 0 to 7. So truly, you can live in this life experience from a soul level. The monks do. That's how they live every day, in harmony with all that is.
That's
But
my
they-
desire.
But they do that separately from humanity. You came here to interact with humanity. The monks have their job of holding the vibrational space for all of you on the planet. They chose to do that. And you can choose to do that. If you want to live in an ashram or you want to go and live on a mountaintop with other individuals who are from the monkdom, fine, do that. It is all right. You're still going to have the contrast. You're still going to have that which allows you to grow and to become more. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, what is your question?
It's hard being on the spot. So I guess the question is, well,
Let us ask you.
Okay.
Are you happy?
I am the yes, I'm
When are you not happy?
when I'm not following my own path. When I'm
And what is your path?
it's actually I feel like it's more more of a spiritual path, which isn't about it's like breaking patterns, continually just breaking constructs and patterns and recognizing them. But I feel blind in the direction that I'm going. I just recognize what I don't like and just pivot or shift.
Yes, and it is what you don't like that is there for you to grow and to become more. So what you are doing is you're rubbing salve all over this life experience for you, so you do not have to feel, so you do not have to have the emotional attachment to anything unpleasant. You are here to grow and to become more, and to see the unpleasant, feel the unpleasant, see where the foundation is, where it began from 0 to 7, release that, let that go, and now you've grown. You've become more in that viewing of it, so to speak. So from our perspective, Sarah,
Yes.
you are not living life to your fullest potential.
You're right.
You are salving it over because you don't want to feel the emotion. Do you understand salving it over? Do you understand what we're saying?
That's like something to make your wound feel good.
All right, yes, that. Let's just say this. You're shutting the door on all the emotion that comes to you to look at. That's more, we believe, clear for you.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Because you are so sensitive. You have a lot to give to humanity through learning about you. You have a lot, and you're shutting the door on that. For why? Because you don't want to feel negative emotion. Negative emotion is a gift. You came here on this planet, it's a negative emotion to the room. That's what's here. You came here on purpose, not by accident. You set it up for yourself to come here, to be in this body. Sarah, you need to live all of life. All of the emotions that are attached. You just need to learn how to handle that within yourself. So when uncomfortableness comes to you, look at it and say, where did I begin that feeling?
Yes.
And go back to 0 to 7. Ask yourself, when did I feel this emotion? To the room. You all can do this, and you should be doing this. Find out what the foundation was that you made the CD-ROM, that you continue to live to whatever age you are now. Until you drop the body, you will continue to live it to help you become more. You know, understand what we say, more? More is the God of who you are.
Yes, that's what I want.
How old are you, Sarah?
Oh, I'm 37.
You've just begun. You have just begun. That is a gift in and of itself. By the time you are 50, you will know so much more about you than you do in this moment of now. But if you want to learn more now, quiet your mind. You have the capacity to bring in your guides and teachers, do automatic writing, and have them speak to you. You can even have them speak to you and go on the computer online and share what they spoke to you online to help other people see the wisdom in what they gave you. What is it you think that this channel is doing right now? She doesn't need to do this. You understand?
Yes. May I ask a question?
Yes.
So, in the past, I was able to do a lot of writing and easily receive messages, but within the last maybe 2 years or a year, it's kind of been blocked. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I remove that block to get back to that? And that's why I thought, I had to find myself first to be able to do that.
Go back to your foundation, 0 to 7,
Okay.
and ask yourself, where did this block come from? You are very intuitive. A moment will come to you in your vision of what happened in your home environment that began this block. And when you see it for what it is, you can say at that moment, I release all blockages of any kind from that foundation that I began for myself. I release it and let it go now and forevermore. Thank you so much, and so it is. So it is, and so it is.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Anytime at all. Good job.
Thank you.
Golden arrow, we're out of time.
Completely?
About a minute.
All right. And then we will drop the body, leave the body at this time, and we offer them to you all. Blessings, peace, harmony, and joy. Oh, how are you doing? Well, I guess that's it. We have to leave the room.
We got a couple minutes, you can take some questions.
Okay.
Are there any symbols that are associated with golden arrow?
Symbols?
Symbols.
Not that I know of. Other than feathers appear to me all the time. And they told me 30 years ago, when we want you to know that we're present with you, we're going to give you a feather. And they appear from nowhere. They appear. Okay.
Is Voltaire able to communicate with people that have passed?
Of course. They're a vibration. Of course. Anybody else? Well, it's a pleasure for me to be with you.
Thank you.
And I'm doing a lecture tomorrow, so whether you're going to be here tomorrow or not, whatever, I'm doing a lecture from 1 to 1:45 tomorrow in Century A, I think it is. Anyway, come by the booth, say hi.
Thank you. What's your booth number?
702 is the booth number, and where's my QR code?
Right here.
All right. Did everybody sign up who wanted to sign up? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.